I've been gone for a month now. I'm back with the What's Goods and new episodes. Did you miss me? I know the answer. Duh. As you should. It's your girl, Candy Hustle, and you are now tuned in to Dope Chick with Ambition podcast. Let's go. Yo, the A in April stands for allergies, alignment, abundance, and ambition. Yes, because, these allergies were trying to take your girl out. I was sick a few weeks ago. I don't know if you guys can still hear the nasal sound in my voice. And if you do, don't judge me, judge your mother. But it was out of control. I thought I had the vid. I ain't lying. I thought I had the viddy. I'm like, is the vid back? So I had been going outside. I was going to my events, looking all cute, getting popping or whatever. I had went to some Nike events here in Atlanta. Boom, that's where the A for alignment comes from, because your girl is outside. Your girl is trying to get the alignment popping. And I had to pull out my old blogging posts where I used to be outside going to the events. And, I had relationships with Puma account reps and Reebok account reps. And I'm trying to reestablish my space here in the sneaker community in Atlanta. And it was like, I hadn't been outside like that in a minute. So it was like I'm a newbie. But I'm like, nah, I've been doing this. So I reposted it on social media to let everybody know, put me back in the algorithm. The A in April stands for algorithm too. Put me back on so I can come true. And so I had went to an event March 22nd because it was Air Max Day last month, right? So Air Max Day is March 26th. And so there was a whole build up, and I went to an event called Air ATL that was put on by Nike. And when I tell you, baby, it was all that and a bag of Doritos, the ranch flavor with a really good amount of seasoning on it. Like the one you're just like, Jesus, you didn't forget about me. That type of seasoning. It was fire. And so when I went, it was all love. I wore some shocks, my TL shocks, and I looked cute. And I wasn't really feeling the sneakers at first that was there. The D and 8s, they're Air Max. And I'm like, nah, from the pictures. But when I saw them in person, I'm like, I want them. They were fire. But March was an amazing month for me. I'm not going to lie. Looking good, feeling good. Yeah, it's like that. I'm just praying for more opportunities, and I'm just praying for more alignment, more abundance. And I went to another Nike event at this sneaker store called Soul Play, downtown Decatur. It was a great experience. So shout out to them. So yeah, your girl is really doing her thing. And then when I went into April, April started out amazing. I had sent some merch to 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄 back in 2022. 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄 owns Slutty Vegan. Boom. Slutty Vegan is a huge vegan burger joint chain, right? She has multiple restaurants. But I had been thinking about her. And in 2021, I had applied for a position with her company. And I didn't get it, right? I applied to be her assistant. And I didn't get it. Her and I used to be chit-chatting in her DMs or whatever. And I have no problem being in people DMs. It's nothing. I'm going to be in the DMs. And I went on an interview, You know what I mean? Because I used to be a personal assistant to a CEO, LaShawna Stanley. Shout out to LaShawna. And I've done personal assistant work before. Executive assistant. Like, I've done all of that stuff. So I felt like I was prepared. And the lady in HR just was like, nah. I'm like, damn, I was sad. And so that never happened. I always respected Slutty Vegan and just admired her as an ambitious woman. So she was going on tour for her book tour, and she was like, I want Black designers to send me some merch. So y'all know I got the Dope Chick with Ambition merch, but it was under my old company called The Addicted Life. So I dissolved that company, right? And I'm only pushing Dope Chick with Ambition because this brand needs to be a household name. This brand will be a household name. This is a multi-millionaire company. This is a multi-million-dollar company. Yeah, let's say that. And I'm a multi-millionaire. Hi, I'm Candy Hustle, and I'm a multi-millionaire. How does that sound? Hold on. Hello, my name is Candy Hustle, and I am a multi-millionaire, the CEO of Dope Chick with Ambition. Yeah, that's fire, right, y'all? Ah! So boom. I sent her what I had. I was like, yo, let me just send her this Oprah is my OG crew neck, all black, white letters, boom. Sent it to her. I don't know if she got it because it was thousands of people who sent her stuff. I went to her book tour, support. I'm always going to show love. I'm always happy to be here. I'm proud. I'm just a happy person. I'm going to have a good time regardless. Went, had a good time, boom. I would see her throughout the city at different events. She'll show love. But I'm like, dag, is she rocking with me? I don't know. I'm not a fan, meaning that I'm not a groupie. So I'm going to show love and then I'm going to keep going, what's up? What's going on? Boom. Because I'm authentic. That's what it is. Just go by my business. Rep my brand. Go. I had no clue this woman was going through what she was going through. So she was low, and I'm like, Zag, where Pinky been? And she was on my mind. And I peeked at a page, and I'm like, yo, did she block me? I'm taking it personal. Like, Zag, I ain't see this girl on the timeline. Whole time, this lady fighting for her life, fighting for her business. She pops up April 2nd, y'all. The month of April is beautiful. Shout out to my grandmother. My grandmother is born in the month of April. Grandma, I love you. Her birthday is April the 8th. I love you, Grandma. So happy birthday to you and happy anniversary because she also got married on her birthday. Girl, what you was doing? But anyway, y'all, April is a poppin' month. Boom. April was the month I went for the interview. Remember, I got denied, right? I didn't get the job. Fast forward to April 2025. It was not on my bingo card. April the 2nd. 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄 posts this major announcement about her business, Slutty Vegan. She had to buy her business back because she lost her business. She's making this huge announcement on April the 2nd, y'all, the day after April Fools. We think it's a joke. Like, what? I'm thinking it's a joke because she keeps deleting and reposting the video. I'm sharing it with my friends in the DMs, but it keeps disappearing. People are like, what are you sending me? I'm like, well, I don't know. She keeps deleting it and removing it. She's saying the biggest announcement wearing my merch. Dog. I have it on right now, too. The company is gone. The Addicted Life is no longer. The brand is in the shot. People are in the comments like, did Oprah buy it? I'm like, yeah. Delayed, not denied. Wow. I jump in the comments. I'm trying to show, like, yo, it's me. People asking about this, the crew neck. Nothing. I'm like, well, nobody not responded to my comment. I'm like, did she got a restriction? She follows me from Slutty Vegan. Y'all, just know, to be continued. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say is I have a note in my phone that says to send her a crew neck. It's marked for October 30th, 2022. She did not wear my merch until April the 2nd, 2025. By April the 4th, I have a website up called dopechickWithAmbition.merch.com. It will be going live in a week or two. It's happening, y'all. A lot of things have been shifting and changing, and people are falling off out of my life, and it's fine. The shift is occurring. The millions are on the way. And it's not even just about the money, because I'm not money driven. It's purpose driven. I'm about my purpose. And I'm so thankful. And just a few weeks ago, I was crying. And I'm always crying on my podcast, y'all, because this is my therapy. I was crying in my kitchen. I'm like, yo, God, send me a sign. Am I on the right path? Should I be doing this? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, I don't know. And I've never, ever really understood signs. I never really understood signs. And so I'm writing up a post on social media, and I'm like, yo, Pinky wore my stuff, XYZ. And it's during your journey, you'll get confirmations, and God will send you little signs. And I screamed, I said, this is the sign. This is a sign. And I'm sorry if I'm yelling in your ear, because that's how I felt. And y'all, on March 30th, I believe it was March 30th. Hold on, let me make sure I got my days right. Yes, on March 30th, I went to this activation. It was a Timberland activation in Ponce City Market. She has a restaurant called Bar Vegan in Ponce City. Across from Ponce City Market, listen, it's called Village Market. I believe that's the correct thing. Please let it be right. I went in there and I picked up a journal. The journal on the front says, I love the woman I've become because I fought to become her. It's a gratitude journal, right? And I said, I'm going to enter in journal entries for the month of April, and I'm going to talk about, how grateful I am, because I'm very thankful for everything that I've had, small things. I acknowledge my small wins, the gift of life, because every day I open up my eyes, that's another opportunity for me to go after what I want, right? I'm just very thankful. That's just how I am. And Village Market is directly across from Bar Vegan. I walked past it, not knowing that I was walking into the next month. The owner of Bar Vegan is going to wear my merch. That is now aligning me and setting me up and putting me on the path. Yeah, I don't understand And it's not for y'all to understand because this is my vision. I see it. So you're not going to see it. But y'all can watch or y'all can't watch. You don't have to watch. But when it happens, if you're listening, you're going to be like, that girl said all of this. So we're going to get into rating my mental health, and I'm going to try to give y'all a little bit of tea and talk about some celebrity stuff. But I wanted y'all to hear about what I had going on and why I'm rating my mental health so high, because I am on a high right now. I'm so thankful. So shout out to everybody who's been supporting me thus far and watching the journey and just seeing how everything has been unfolding and just saying, yo, that girl remained committed. That girl did not give up. That girl has remained true. And for anybody who's probably thinking that I don't deserve the blessings that I have because they may have experienced a side of me that wasn't so kind, it's because you may have deserved it. You deserved my wrath. You deserved it. Think about what you did to me, right? I'm a reactor. Well, I was, right? So I try not to put myself in those positions where I have to react, right? But in the past, I'm turning up. I'm turning up immediately. But now I don't. I do my no contact. I'm proud of myself of doing no contact with people who don't mean me any good. And a lot of people like to stay attached to me because I am an asset. I know this. I'm very powerful. And people dislike people that know their worth, and people dislike people that know that they are an asset. They'll think that I'm being cocky, or they'll think that I'm being, you think you all that. I should think that. And if you don't think that you're all that, that's a you problem. You see what I'm saying? So you need to check your confidence level. If my confidence or having self-confidence in myself bothers you, that's a you problem. And go work on yourself. If anybody who has high belief in themselves bothers you, that's something wrong with you. And they're not being mean, or they're not even on their arrogant thing. They just have a high belief in themselves. That is your problem. So my no contact is real. I'm sticking to that because I know where I'm headed. I have my boundaries in place. And if you're not operating on how I'm operating, that's fine. This goes for friends, ex-friends, and family. This is my world. And these are my rules. Period. So I'm rating my mental health, which is clear and amazing. It's a 10. All right? Now, let's move on to the next topic that focuses on mental health. Onijah Robinson, the Pakistani queen. Y'all, she is back in the States. New York City, to be exact. She is from the Bronx. BX, what up? Y'all, the sis is on tour. Y'all, she was spotted outside, and she was on, those social media pages that ask you like your fits. Yes, she was on Fits from the Streets, I believe. And she had on her looks, and I saw the boots. The boots clearly said Christian Dior. It said Christian Dior, but sis called them Chanel. And I don't know. And I'm like, what the helly? What the helly? So anyway, my sis says she's married. She still had that little slick mouth, but I feel like she's now like on her meds. But the personality is still there. She looked so cute. She had the bust down. I said, yes. And it was just like she was giving a press run. And I'm like, okay, she's doing interviews. But shout out to her. I'm glad she's back in New York, and I'm glad that she's, looking good. So yeah, Onijah Robinson, her name is going to be trending for the remaining of the year, I believe. Now, y'all heard me say, what the hell? Rob49. Things are so catchy. At first, I'm like, what is this? I'm not saying that. Next thing you know, I'm like, what the hell on? What the hell? I use that song when I announced my merch. I'm like, what the merchy? What the merchy on? Yeah, he got him one with that. It's like everything's so catchy is going to trend. If it's catchy and you keep saying the same thing over and over, you got him. Now, Doechii, I always be saying this girl name wrong. I really don't like the fact that once you arrive and you start to win, it's just like the hate just comes, and it's just so unfortunate. This girl has been on her path of success, and people are now just acting like she shouldn't be winning. And it's horrible because Doechii had songs well before Anxiety. She had songs well before Boom Bat. She's been doing her thing. And once she won that Grammy, it's just like people are ticked off. And I'm not necessarily just saying it's just one fan base because I'm a part of that fan base, but I'm older. You know what I mean? But it's just like when I go on Twitter, everybody just has a problem with her. And it's just like, dag, like chill out. She's dark-skinned. She's beautiful, beautiful woman. And she is talented. I just don't want to do the whole comparison thing. Like, come on, I'm just sick of it. Just let her win. And if she wants to collab with whomever she wants to collab with, let them do their collabs. I'm just tired of the divide. I'm really sick of the divide. Now, speaking of divides, we still have the divide going on with the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Drake released the video for 𝐇𝐄𝐄. Now, I'm going to give my true opinion. I am a Drake fan. I love Drizzy Down. I still listen to Drizzy old music. I listen to his new. I listen to his collabs. That's just me. I'm Drizzy Down. I feel like the 𝐇𝐄𝐄 video was cool. I understood his direction, but I just felt like some color should have been in there. Like, oh my God. It's such a fun song. But I also felt like because he's still he still wants to go at it with Kendrick Lamar. It's still like, jabs being thrown. He wanted to, do the subliminals and all of that. He went there. So I'm like, come on, bro. You could have did it in color, though. It was dope. He used, what was that, Tanisha? I think that's her name, the choreographer, the legendary one. I believe she's from Canada. If I'm not, forgive me. Don't charge me for not remembering where she's from, but she's legendary when it comes to doing the choreography. I believe Sean Paul used her in his videos back in the day. So I love 𝐇𝐄𝐄. I just wish that it went a different direction. I felt like colors should have been in it. Bright colors, girls just looking sexy, like, who's calling my phone? Hey, baby girl. Because when it did the beat break, maybe that should have went into color. I don't know. But it's still a vibe, the whole song. Now, Drake also had got the green light to move forward with with his lawsuit where he's able to look into Kendrick Lamar's records. So let's just hope that it just doesn't get any deeper, because it's just like, Drake, I just want him to just like take the L. Like, he gets a W over the whole Not Like Us lawsuit. And he'll be able to go and do a deep dive. He'll be able to look at like the records. He'll be able to really get to be able to like dissect things. So I'm like, oh my goodness. you know? Drake is like, I'm going to win, honey. You may have won the battle, but I'm going to win at the end. Now, oh my goodness, y'all. Diddy will be going to court May 5th, and more charges have come in. They said it's another sex trafficking victim. Once upon a time, it was only just Cassie. She was the only victim. So it was so weak. But those federales have found another sex trafficking victim. Hold on, I have to drink some water. Excuse me. So another sex trafficking victim. And the Busby's lawsuits, I feel like those won't hold any weight because we all know that Busby was practicing illegally in the Southern District of New York. He wasn't even supposed to be practicing in New York. So those lawsuits, which were civil, should be thrown out anyway. Because he had the 1-800 hotline. He was doing the most. And I'm not saying that people weren't victims. I just feel like a lot of things were heightened. And now, because the BS was mixed in possibly with things that were true, we don't know what can be true. You know what I mean? He just messed up everything. It's really sad. It's just really sad when ambulance chasers, that's what Busby is. They just want to be involved for the money. You know? So then we have the situation now where Terrence Howard comes out with a story. And I'm like, Terrence Howard? This just came out of the cut. So Terrence Howard is going on saying that Diddy tried to F him, tried to take him to Pound Town. He said, I kept my man card. Y'all, so y'all mean to tell me all these years Diddy has been trying to take y'all man card and no one has said nothing? Baby, I am seeing something immediately. Immediately. Why didn't anyone say anything all these years? Now everybody is coming to the forefront with a story. I am confusion. Yes, I am confusion. It's so crazy. So they said that, according to TMZ, Terrence Howard said that, well, he was on a podcast. Y'all, everybody doesn't need a podcast. I need the podcast because I'm a podcaster and this is what I do. Celebs don't need to go on podcasts. Sassy men don't need podcasts. And I'm not calling Terrence Howard sassy. I'm talking about the sassy men that have podcasts. Anyway, so he said on Patrick Bet Davis's podcast, he said, did he try to, take his manhood where he claimed he was trying to, coach him? He said he invited him over to his house and he asked Terrence for acting lessons. And it was just going to be Diddy and Terrence. Yo! He said when Diddy invited him to come back over another time, Terrence Howard said he realized Diddy only wanted to have sex with him. He said, to be clear, he didn't accuse Diddy of any wrongdoing. He said, Diddy said a lot of people give up their man card to make it in Hollywood and become successful, but he refused to do so at any point. Needless to say, Patrick was taken aback by the story since he did not even mention Diddy, but did ask about the darker side of the business. Wow. So Terrence just name-dropping Diddy, and the man didn't even ask about Diddy? Yo, come on, man. Come on, DJ. You dropping dime about Diddy. Yo, so what? Hold up. Hold up, man. Y'all, get me out of this group chat. This is crazy. Now, black man, stay the heck out of jail. We still got to talk about bad boys because that's just the space we're in. So I guess it's bad boy for life, y'all. Y'all remember Day 26? Well, they were trending a few months ago. And remember they were crying in unison on DJ Vlad show? So they were talking about what they went through on making the band. Like they were crying, y'all. And, just saying Diddy's just a monster and all of this stuff. And it seemed like they were in a good space trying to promote their new album. Well, honey, Brian was just arrested in Texas for felony robbery. These are heavy charges. Felony robbery and child support warrants. His bond was set at $12,500. And, he may be out by the time y'all hear this. But that's crazy, Brian. They were just about to, go on probably tour. I believe they just released the album. And this happened. Felony robbery? That's crazy. Then y'all remember Dylon. Hold on, is that 5 Dylons? Hold on. Dylon. Yeah. Dylon from making the band Rap Edition, but he was the reggae artist. Dylon. Well, he was at work. Yeah, he back at work. He was at work in North Carolina. And he laid his open hand upon somebody's face, them, right? So, TMZ said that Dylon, yes, the Biden. He smacked the Biden in the face at work. Child. Dylon, why are you down there in the South smacking people in the face? Why are you a grown man smacking people in the face? Period. They said that Dylon willfully struck a man named Paul with the open hand slap at least twice. Where them fans at? Y'all, listen, they arrested his ass. And he posted bond for the 5. It was only $500. But he'll have to go to court. They say he's going to have to go to court. So he's going to have to go to a court for putting his hands on somebody. And I need to understand why. What made you want to slap somebody twice? It had to be something like real disrespectful, like fighting at work. Yep. Bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. Now, we're in Atlanta because we were just in North Carolina. We're in Atlanta. R.I.P. to young Scooter. Now, he reportedly, well, not reportedly, he did. He died on his birthday. Yo, it was the 39th birthday. And it's so crazy how this man ended up dying. So this girl, a baddie, called the Popo, a fake 911 call. I guess allegedly somebody she was kicking it with was in the spot, at the house. And I guess she wanted them to come out. I don't know, but she did this crazy call, y'all. The call was out of control. And the boys went to the house and Scooter ran. But when he ran, he tried to jump over a fence and he pierced his leg. And our legs have major arteries in them. Pierced a major artery and he bled out. Oh my God. That is such a freak accident and so tragic. So now the baddie girl has to be, she got arrested. And when she got arrested, the wig came off. Baby, when I tell you they started cooking her, they were calling her catfish. And I said, baby, she is cooked catfish. They were cooking her in those comments, baby. I'm like, dag. I don't think I shared the mugshot because I'm like, I don't want to have everybody keep going in on a girl while, she looking down like that. Listen, I don't get involved like that. My homeboy was like, share it. He identifies. He changes his pronouns during times like that. I'm like, yo, you're bugging. I'm not doing it. But it's really sad. Like, that was just a crazy way to go out. I'm like, Atlanta take another hit? Like, just, That was wild. And then Young Thug, he got to stay off social media. So he was commenting about that, putting out false information, talking about the autopsy said that Scooter did get shot, which was a lie. Why are you even talking about cops and shootings, cops and robbers? You need to stay out of the mix, brother, because you are on probation for 15 years. That is long. You can't even pee wrong. You got to relax, Thug, please. Whoever is not advising you correctly, I don't know. Stay off. But when he was over there, posting and reposting, he was just in the mix. They were like, hey, we about to take your rights away. You violating your probation. So he had to go back and see them people because Fulton County wanted him to go back in due time. Every little thing he does, they will be watching. It'll be on his ass like white on rice. I wouldn't even be on social media for them to watch me. You know what I mean? So he pretty much had to go back. And thank God he has an understanding judge, sweetheart. The judge said that he did not violate his probation with the social media posts. Well, with the social media reposts. And I said, woo. Dude better just watch and don't say nothing. No reposts, no posting, no liking, no anything. Just for 15 years, just stay low. If you can't do it for a full 15, do it for a full 10. You know what I mean? And then the last 5, come and say hi. I don't know. Now, little baby. They're saying little baby name in the word Rico. And I'm not talking about suave. I am talking about that word that black men do not like when it comes to street activity. Let's look up the word Rico for the people that don't know. Rico stands for, let me see if my internet is going to come up. Rico Federal. The Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organization Act is a federal law. So they are trying to get him for a RICO. Now, I do not know if it is at state or federally. However, they are looking at him and his former associates. And I just keep him in prayer. Because he is a successful black man, and I feel like he is being targeted. That's just personally me. Now, again, just keep little baby in prayer. Now, speaking of little baby mama, Aisha Howard, now known as Anthony Edwards' baby mother, she shut down rumors of her receiving a lump sum of child support money for their daughter. So she has her first child with little baby, who is little Jason. And then she has a second baby with Anthony Edwards, who said that he will not be in the child's life. He will just pay the child support and then be done with it. But he does not want anything to do with the child. And I believe that is very disgusting. You have a child in this world and you don't want anything to do with it. And regardless of the fact, I don't care if you told her, I do not want the baby, don't have the baby, I don't care, the baby is here. Period. Anyway, she addressed the rumors. She said, where did that come from? Sis said it's untrue. And I'm just like, people will run with the lie. They don't even want to hunt for the truth. They will entertain the lie. Anyway, she addressed the streets and she said, you know, haters, y'all need to worry about, and she was pretty much going on in the women. She told the women to worry about, you know, why did they keep their baby that they had with the weed man? Not the weed man, Isha. I call her Isha because, you know, we cool like that. The weed man? I am done. She said, the weed man, the baby you had by the scammer, the baby you had by the dude that was robbing people. Oh, she read them. I fear. She said y'all be having dusty bonnets on. She wasn't talking about me because I don't wear bonnets. She called y'all bonnets dusty. Mm-hmm. So she was just pretty much saying, like, why y'all asking me why I kept my baby? Why did y'all keep yours by the men that y'all have y'all babies with? The math ain't... Oh. That's why y'all gotta stop being these, like, going in. Like, worry about y'all situation. She was like, the caliber of men that I get, you wouldn't be able to get. I swear to God, this girl is saying, I am not adding. Sometimes I do a razzle and dazzle, but that girl went Scorpio on y'all. She's a Scorpio. We don't bother people unless bothered. And that girl said, the caliber of men that I get, you wouldn't be able to get. So why are y'all asking me, why did I keep my baby? Why did you keep the baby you had with the weed? You're not the weed. I'm done. So yeah, y'all please leave Aisha alone. Because she's going to flex on y'all every time. And the reads are always hilarious. Now, we're still in Atlanta. Atlanta's strip club culture is about to change because of one young lady that goes by the name of Gorgeous Doll. Gorgeous Doll, who's also the ex of Future. And I really feel like she did this because she's going after Future as well. I believe she feels like he has some type of connection with the club. But yeah, so she sued and filed the lawsuit against Magic City. Hey, y'all, listen. People don't play when it comes to their coins. Now, remember, her and Future had their showdown last month. She did a story time. She called him. He answered on the first ring like, I don't know you. Most people that answer on the first ring definitely knows that person. And Future is just like me. I'm a Scorpio too. Hey, Scorpio brother. I've answered that first ring. Well, the old me. Y'all, I'm tapped into a new space. First ring, what's good? I'm not backing down for no smoke. What you want? So he answered that first ring. Like, I don't know you, bruh. Why are you answering the phone? I'm never answering the first call if I don't know somebody. You're definitely going to voicemail. So she sued and she was calling out names. She was like, it's a promoter named Baller who goes home every night with $8,000. I was like, Baller? Baller stressed out like, why is she saying my name? Now, Tyler Perry's gonna, definitely have a good time with this because, he has a show called Beauty in Black and his writers are probably just getting their life from this because his show is based around strip club culture. So if this show continues, they're definitely going to get some inspiration. And I can definitely hear Kimmy saying, I want my money. Just like she kept saying, where is my sister? And she's going to keep, repeating the same thing. But we'll see. Now, Future. Ooh, all of my stuff is just aligning my stories. Guys, when I write up my shows, like my outline just be flowing. And I'm sorry it's going like this, but Future. Next up, we're talking about Russell. Russell Wilson. He signed a new contract. And I don't know if I'm happy about this because this is my team. And we need some wins. Is he any good as a QB? He's signed with the Giants on a 1-year, $10.5 million guaranteed deal with a chance to earn $21 million. What is that chance to earn? Like, I guess if he goes to the Super Bowl? Yeah, so more money, more money. Please, get us to the Super Bowl. I'm tired of y'all doing these little switches and these trades and nobody ain't bringing home the win. God, please be with the Giants this season with this move. I mean, because this is like crazy. He's only going to be there for 1 year. Yeah, so shout out to the Giants. G-Men. All right, now, sad news. R.I.P. We're still in the sports. George Foreman, he had passed away, the heavyweight boxing champion who turned into a entrepreneur who was, slinging them grills. I definitely had me a Foreman grill. I had a, like the greenish blue one. I had that in college. Like, what? A Foreman grill? What? So cute. Had that. Oh, it made really great grilled cheese. Fire. But he died, y'all. He was 76 and he had mad kids. And I believe all his sons' names was George. Obsessed with self. Anyway, R.I.P. George. Who else died? It was another death. Oh, Angie. Remember Angie's song? She had died in a car accident. That was so sad and tragic. She died last month. Yep, at the top of the month, too. That was crazy. Now, y'all, this is wild. I don't really know how to feel. Like, a lot of times when things are brought to social media, I just be so over it. Like, and I'm just looking like y'all need to just stay together. Cardi B and Offset, y'all just need to stay together. Because Cardi B, listen, you're ranting. You're still ranting. That means you're still in love. And he's still trying to mess up your motion. Look, y'all 3 kids in. Y'all got mad kids. Y'all just need to go home and be a family. Go home and be a family, and that's it, period. Because you talking about he ruined your Valentine's. We are in the month of April. You talking about Valentine's Day was ruined? So what? It's not even a real holiday. Get over it. That's me because y'all not over each other. And speaking of Valentine's Day, Rihanna might be pregnant, y'all. Remember we were saying that baby is going to come after Rocky won his trial and he was found out guilty. I knew a baby was going to be right there. She's back to wearing her baggy clothes. So congrats to Riri in advance. Hopefully it's a beautiful little girl. If it's a girl, let me give some suggestions for an R. I would like to suggest the name Rise because that's pretty. Rise, which I think like, hi, Rise. That's pretty. Like Rise. Rhyze. Does that spell Rise? I think so. Anyway, we'll see. And then another person that needs to stay off of social media with their antics, Kevin Gates. Yeah, Gates, that's crazy. I feel like he's doing all of that just to get under that girl. His ex-girlfriend, what's her name? It's not Persian, it's Peru or something like that. It's all with a P. But he's allegedly did the engagement with the girl Brittany Renner. And I'm just looking like, huh? Now, some people thinking that she's fake and Muslim. But I'm like, you know what? We can't really say if she's fake and Muslim. I don't really know and respect Kevin's behavior as a Muslim and how he moves. But it is what it is because somebody can say, Christians don't move a certain way when they're, Christians. So, but I'm just like, dag, I didn't like how he took that girl's voice and used it. You're using a woman's pain on a song, like, nah. I just feel like certain men know what type of woman to play around with. Like, nah. And he's an Aquarius. Y'all know how I feel about Aquarius, especially January Aquarius men. They're trash men. They're nice, but they're opportunists. Written all over their face. I've never befriended an Aquarius. They can't be my friends. I don't want them in my circle. I don't want to know them at all. If you're an Aquarius man, all you could ever do is, hey, how you doing? And keep it moving. That's it. I would never invite one into my space ever again. Like, no. After this, I had one that I thought was a friend. I'm going to tell you a story time about that later. No names, because I don't want anybody like, oh, I want to sue her. No. But we're going to keep it as a blind item. Definitely going in on that ass. You'll see. Or should I, y'all? Because I'm on a different path. I might not. I'm in a different space. Yeah, I'll probably hold off. All right, so, y'all. Jesus, you got to send my millions now. Yeah, I definitely need those millions. Both Beyonce and Chris Brown are going on tour this summer. Plus, mad sneakers are dropping this summer. We got to spend money to survive in this economy, and we must save too. Where them bands at? Where them M's at? I need the money. I'm trying to figure out if I want to just go see Breezy instead of B. Because here's the thing. I've saw Beyonce multiple times, but I really want to line dance. Like, where them bands at? Like, I've been watching Little Miss Shirley on TikTok. Like, hey, like, do the crossover Shirley. But I do want her to stop dancing with older men, because I don't really like that. But I don't mind her doing her individual dances, because, like, you know, she be tooting that little thing up, that little pamper, you know, a little pull-up or whatever she got going on under there. I want to learn, and I'm not going to be having a Louis Vuitton fan, though. They're out there damn mine. They just talking about some introducing the LV fan, a statement design for $3,950 in this economy. The drugs that y'all probably are on, bugging. Spring, summer 2025 runway in this administration, when the stock market crashed and I was shook because y'all president is pissing everyone off. Not those fans. We'll be getting our fans from Canal. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, I want to go to the concert. I really want to have a good time. I don't know if I'm going to do both. If the M's comes or the high thousands come, I probably may do both. But I really want to go see Chris Brown. And I'm proud of Chris Brown for making an announcement where he told his fans to not wear red at his concerts, not red bandanas. He was telling them, you know, don't wear the red bandanas because of, he said, I see a lot of the fans collectively telling Team Breezy to wear red bandanas to the concerts. And he put like a lot of the eyes, like the side eyes. He said, I would highly advise y'all to not do that. Just get brown bandanas so y'all won't run into any problems. I don't want people to get the wrong impression and promote the wrong thing. Y'all know I'm breezy, but we promoting positivity on this tour. Thank y'all. And I understood exactly what he's saying. He's saying, don't do as I do. Be better than me. You know what I mean? Chris, you know, like he said, he's breezy. If you know, you know. So pretty much, he could move how he moves, but he doesn't want them to do that because, for one, he don't want y'all to get lined up in a situation. Y'all don't got no protection. You feel me? You leave out of that concert, you walk into that parking lot, something goes down, it's on y'all. You see what I'm saying? He good. Y'all not. He's tapped in with his fans and he sees what's going on, he wants to tackle it now. So I don't see anything wrong with it. It's no different from Snoop probably telling y'all, okay, hey, y'all know what I'm about. Y'all don't gotta wear blue bandanas for me. Y'all just go ahead and wear, y'all own little outfits. He good. Y'all not. That's just what it is. People are trying to make it, why is he, he's contradicting himself. He's not. He's just saying, I'm this, y'all not, don't get involved. And that's it. That's all. So I really love talking to you all today. I want y'all to make sure that you all continue to tune in. If y'all see me at the concert, make sure y'all say hey. And if we could do a little line dance, where them fans at? The DJ sometimes, play the little music. I may or may not have a fan. If y'all see me with the LV fan, it may be from LV. It may be from where it's from. But I'm not paying, I'm not paying a $5 for the da-da-da-da. Because LV crazy for that. But anyway, that's ridiculous. But anyway, I want y'all to make sure that you guys go on to Dope Chick with Ambition podcast on YouTube. Subscribe. Remember, I told you I have the merch page, which is a website, www.dopechickwithambitionmerch, merch.com. Enter your email, and then you'll be added to the email list. So that way you'll be notified when you can shop the merch. You'll be able to get the Oprah is my OG crew neck. And then you'll be able to get other Dope Chick with Ambition merchandise. What else? Go to Apple Podcast and leave me a rating. I appreciate all feedback. You see what I'm saying? It's all love. It's really, 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 really all love. It's really important that we stay connected, because if we're not connected, then how do I know what you guys want? You know what I mean? And I do this for y'all. Like I said, this is my therapy. I do this for me, but I do this for y'all too. And I thank you all for rocking with me and tuning in to Dope Chick with Ambition podcast. This is your girl, Candy Hustle. Mwah.